Chicago Bears photo by Jonathan Daniel, Getty Images. Is it September yet? My goodness, this offseason is going to be long, isn't it? It feels like forever ago the Chicago Bears were knocked out of the playoffs. For some, it could still feel like yesterday. I can definitely enter into a place where it still feels close to home, but as many fans do immediately after the season ends, I am already focused on 2019. These Bears are in a great position to continue what they started under first-year head coach Matt Nagy. In case you haven't realized, they are bringing back 21 of 22 starters on offense and defense. Only one of the 22 starters is not under contract going into 2019, and that's none other than safety Adrian Amos. We will touch on him a little later. Coming off an NFC North title in 2018 after essentially throwing a third of their team together with new faces last offseason, on top of Nagy's first year at the helm, the Bears accomplished much more than many pegged them to last year. This next season could be special, especially if they continue to follow in the footsteps of the Los Angeles Rams blueprint. At this rate, if we're being true to the pattern, the Bears will be representing the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2020. But, to get there, General Manager Ryan Pace must execute another flawless offseason. It begins with free agency, followed by the 2019 NFL Draft, where the Bears won't pick until the third round. First things first, free agency. As we have done over the past month and a half, let's look at some potential free agent additions from yet another franchise. This time, it's the Washington Redskins. Page 2 Chicago Bears photo by Evan Habib, Getty Images. Is Robert Kelly a starting caliber running back in the NFL? Not really. Was the 3-year veteran ever such a talent? Not really. But he was more than capable of being a fill-in at one point. More from Windy City. It feels like Kelly has been around much longer than just 3 years. His rookie season back in 2016 seems much longer ago, but that's what happens when injuries get the best of you for 2 seasons in a row. Back in 2017, Kelly played in just 7 games before being placed on injured reserve with knee and ankle injuries. Just last season, he appeared in 2 games, 0 starts before suffering a season-ending toe injury. His rookie year, Kelly rushed 168 times for 704 yards and 6 touchdowns. He also added a receiving touchdown that year, and all of that was in 15 games including 9 starts. Injuries have certainly gotten the best of him, but Kelly may be a guy worth bringing into training camp to compete for one of the final spots on the roster. The Bears need to upgrade the depth there, and will hopefully allow Daquan Mizell to walk. At the very least, bringing back Benny Cunningham while adding another back either via the draft or free agency seems realistic. Page 3 Use your arrows to browse Chicago Bears photo by Rob Carr, Getty Images. Back in 2016, if you were one of the smart fantasy football players who picked up Jamison Crowder mid-season, you deserve some kudos. Crowder was one of those guys who came on later in the year and wound up on a lot of fantasy championship rosters that season. Throughout the tenure of Kirk Cousins in Washington, Crowder was one of his favorite targets, actually, one of his only reliable ones over a couple of years. Despite seeing so many injuries around him to the offensive line, running backs and receiving core, Crowder remained relatively healthy over his first 4 years in the NFL. His best year came in that 2016 season, where he caught 67 passes for 847 yards and 7 touchdowns. In 2017, he had his first and only 100-target season, but fell a little short of what he accomplished in 2016. For his 4-year career, Crowder has caught 221 balls for 2,628 yards and 14 touchdowns. Crowder might be a little outside the Bears' price range for a 4th or 5th receiver, but the thought of adding another slot guy who can stretch the field is intriguing. Crowder is one of those free agents who have a slim chance at coming to Chicago, but if the offers don't come early, maybe the Bears take a gander. Use your arrows to browse